It's working now.
Yeah. So have you heard about the BC REfed Party?
Just recently, yeah.
What do you think of it so far? Have you had time to look at it?
Definitely interested.
Definitely interested?
Yep.
Awesome.
Absolutely.
Well, what we got is a constitution, and it's written up, ready for the people to scrutinize and look at it, make sure it's okay. After that, we want to put the people into power. We want to give them direct democracy. Do you know what direct democracy means?
Powered by the people, potentially. Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So we want to give them any and all laws and legislation that goes through. We want the people to decide on them.
How many? There's going to be thousands of laws a year that are being passed.
Yeah,
and renegotiated.
But the major ones, you only need 3% of people that is interested in law being changed or being put through.
Yeah.
You send it to the MLA, and we'll have a referendum, public referendum.
Okay.
People come down, they gather, and they vote. They say yes or no. If it's yes, it goes through. If it's no, it gets vetoed.
So, what would happen if, say, there wasn't much publicity on that, and the 3% that showed up were all in favor of the law that the other 97% were against?
Any and all legislation will be held to the public for 100 days. Any laws have to be posted to the public to read and view it for 100 days.
So on a regular news station, let's say, it would have to be something that people can actually see.
Yeah.
Because people that follow the news are educated of sorts and can vote.
Right.
Or would be interested in voting in it.
Yeah, so you put it on the news, you give them 100 days to decide on it, and you give a date so they show up and they vote.
And then anybody that doesn't show up is more despondent, like they don't really care about which way it goes, essentially.
Probably, most likely.
But if people are pissed off on either side, then they're going to get more people into it.
Yeah, and the beauty about direct democracy is in quarters, right? So it could be up to 4 times a year if you need it.
Yeah.
If you absolutely need it, you can vote up to 4 times a year on major issues.
Yeah.
And you can change things too, right? So if you don't like something that actually went through, you can come up with a plan to veto it. So then you put it up to the people and give them another 100 days to decide on it. So maybe you might change it or make it so that everybody's adequate and happy with it.
So if they're going to do this, because elections are expensive, votes must be equally expensive.
They're nothing compared to what they're throwing away.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah,
they won't be anything. It doesn't even compare to what they're throwing away each day. What about giving themselves raises right now?
Oh yeah, I've heard that.
So no, we're a people party. We're people for people. So we won't be doing that unless it's approved by the public. Again, everything is approved and going through a public referendum.
The first few years, right? What's going to happen is this: as soon as direct democracy comes into effect, people are going to go. They're going to go, well, how's it work? So they'll have a referendum. In time, the referendums will get less and less and less as politicians learn that they are controlled by the people. So legislation will be put forth. The people will look at it, and like usual, 15-20% of people look at the legislation, right? Most people don't. But the 15 or 20% of people that are concerned, they'll bring up issues and say, no, we don't like this. And then those issues will be brought to your MLA. The MLA will bring them up further. They'll see if other people are bringing up the same issues. Then back on the plate again. They'll say these BC residents want to make changes to these amendments of this part of this legislation, or they want to banish this whole entire legislation and start from scratch again. Then it goes to people again, and then they vote on it. Referendums are your first chance of democracy, which we've never had. Right now, we sit back and they tell us exactly what to do, how to do it, and they pass bill after bill. We have no voice on those bills, even though those bills, NAFTA is a good example of legislation that was passed in the province of British Columbia, where the people of Canada or the people of British Columbia had no say in it. And it directly affects every single person in this province. From NAFTA has taken the jobs from our log exports, closed down our mills, and taken the food off our children's tables and put the people into poverty. So now, NAFTA was passed. 6 months later, oh, I don't like NAFTA. It's bad for the economy. It's killing our province. Okay, we're going to put it to a referendum. By the way, every person I speak to of North Island, everywhere I go for the logging communities throughout our province, are tired of NAFTA. They see what it's done to our province, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So big issues big issues that affect the people will grow fast. HST is a good example, how it frustrated people, and the people see what happened. After the government said, yes, if you get a petition, and we'll authorize the petition, we'll put it to the people, so 700,000 people went out and signed a petition. During the signing of that petition, when they exceeded the numbers they needed to revolt, to end this tax, this illegal tax, Gordon Campbell took your signatures and threw them into the trash can. Okay?
I heard about that, yeah.
Okay. So then he said that the petition's illegal. So now we have to go through a great big court expense for a week in court, paying the same people that are supposed to be working for us, fight them, to prove to them that their petition that they signed was legal, but not legal because they said it's not legal now because they made some amendments, changes within the last 3 weeks was illegal. So it cost us a week in court, hours and hours.
No, because in the last 3 weeks, they got all these petitions, say up to like from in the last 3 months, and in the last 3 weeks they've made some amendments. So that means that these people that signed that petition might have been misinformed, and they might not want to have their signatures on there anymore.
Yeah, they weren't misinformed.
So because they changed the law and it changed like a little bit down here, but they're still going to take their extra 7% for whatever reason, then they can count that as BS.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
So that tells you, like Van der Zand said, there's no democracy in Canada. We need to fight for democracy now. We all see it on books, we hear about it, and I actually seen a word in the dictionary to democracy, but I've never lived it. About time we started living some democracy. Who do they work for? We pay their bills?
They're working for the Federal Reserve, NAFTA, and all the big banks.
There you go.
Bilderbergs as well.
If you look up the Greek meaning of democracy means gang rules. That's what it means. Not majority rules, it means gang rules. So what we're seeing here is a legalized gang ruling. They should be our servants. We are bowing to them every day. We got to put a change to this, and we got to stop them, and we got to put ourselves into power.
I'm gonna have to look that up. Gang rules, like not street gang rules, but
it's the gang rules. That's what it means.
Oh, so that means like the biggest bullies.
Not majority rules, it's the gang rules. So you're looking at a legalized gang. Basically, what we put into power, but we didn't do it intentionally because we weren't informed.
Well, you can misconstrue any sort of
the Constitution of Canada was good in 1867, the DNA Act, but they've been writing so many amendments and statutes since that behind closed doors that we don't even know about. Our Constitution isn't any good anymore.
There you go.
I hear it.
Thanks for having this interview.
Not a problem.
Awesome.